Hey everybody, so today I want to do a full face makeup video, like what I do when I want my makeup to last all day long, like from the morning to like midnight and past midnight to like the following morning. When you want that like 16-20 hour look to stay on, this is what I do. I usually do full face makeup either for work or like, yeah, it's usually just for work. So this is what I do. It's like my updated routine, and I promise it lasts all day. So let's get started. So first before anything, I always prime my face, and I'm gonna use the Elf mineral infused primer, and just like rub that on my face. Rub, no. Just like spread that all through my face. Alright, so next I'm going to go with the Magic Lumi Light Infused Primer. Now, this, you don't have to do this, but this is just a primer that kind of like, what does it say? You could wear it with you could wear it by itself or mix it with foundation, and it's supposed to like give you a light luminous effect, you know? Which is nice, and it's just like a sheer, like, illuminating effect, like especially if you have oily skin, like you don't want it to be like too dewy or too like illuminating, because then you look oily. So I just put on a little bit of that. All right, so now I'm gonna go with the Milani Conceal and Perfect primer, and I like to mix it with the Makeup Forever Aqua Seal, which is like transformative drops, which basically means that like whatever makeup you apply it to, like it helps to make waterproof. So it's just like waterproof drops, you know? And I feel like this is like a key ingredient to making your foundation last all day. So I don't know how much the Aqua Seal costs, but I got it at a makeup show, like a trade show. But I'm pretty sure you could buy it online as well, and if you can, I totally recommend it. Like, you could put this on anything and it'll make it waterproof, you know? So that's pretty cool. It's a little better for your face to be hydrated, like the way it is right now, with like a little bit of like extra stuff, because that way when you go in with powder and everything else, you won't look too caked up, you know? And like all the hydration will like absorb the powder better, you know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? So next I'm gonna go in with the concealer, and I'm gonna go in with the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. And I've heard so many things about it, and it's freaking amazing. Like, this much could just like last you for both of your eyes. Like, it's not even funny. You need like a drop, and it goes a long way, even with the beauty blender, because you know, like, beauty blenders absorb the product. Well, even though it does that, like, this is still like one drop is still good for both of your eyes. So you know the product is gonna last you a long time. So you see already my eyes look a lot more brightened than they did like a second ago. Alright, so now I'm going with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And just like put this down the center of my face. And it's just to like help even out, to help balance out the concealer that I put on both of the sides. So you see, like, the center of my face is highlighted and everything else just has the foundation. So now I'm going with the powder. Now I use the Ben Nye banana powder. It's like where the concealer was at, to like set the concealer, and I do that to the other side as well. And then the rest of the powder, I just use it to set my face. No, for contour, I use one of three things. I have the Smashbox contour palette, which looks like this, and I'm like hit pan on all three of them because I use it a lot. I use the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, which I really like this one. I feel like this one looks a little more natural on me, but I do like using the Kat Von D Shadow Shade and Light. So I'm gonna go in with this one today, since this is the one I usually use. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my contour. So the way I do it, I go from like the top of my ear down to the corner of my mouth. Just like super lightly, just like swipe that back and forth. And see, you want it just enough for it to like cast a shadow on your face, but not for it to necessarily like be in your face. You know what I mean? So I know you can see it a little more on this side because this is like where there's like shadow and light. But so you can see like I have it on right here, and it's like playfully on, like it's not too dark where it's like bam, like on your face. It's just like nice enough for it to create this like little contour right there. But I do go in with sombre to like contour like underneath here. And you don't necessarily have to do the forehead. I mean, it looks a little better when you do, but if you don't have a big forehead, then you don't really have to do it. It's just that I feel like my forehead sometimes looks bigger. Like I have a 5 head or something. See, and now you've contoured what you need to contour. So now I'm gonna go in with the highlight. So for highlight, I use I think it's Lyric and Lucis, and this is like a little peachier highlight. Now I mix those two because the middle one it's like yellowish, like a vanilla highlight, but the peachier one, I feel like it looks a little more natural on me since I am a little warmer. Then I put a little bit on my forehead. Since I did contour it, I want to highlight it too to like even it out. Alright, so now I'm going with blush. Now for blush, I either use Cabana Boy from the Balm. And I just have like, I have this little thing that I got from Ipsy, like just to try it out, and I really like it. It's a really nice blush. I'll sometimes use the Milani baked blush. Let me show you. Which is like this. It's like, it's a baked shimmery blush. It looks kind of rose gold. It's called Dose Pink. Or I sometimes go in with the e.l.f. Blush palette, which is like this. So before I go in, so for both my contour and my highlight blush, I like using angled brushes. See, this is the contour one, this is the highlight one, and I just feel like that goes in better to get the contour and the highlight. But now for my blush, I like using like this fat fluffy brush, and it's kind of tapered. See, it starts off like back here, and it kind of just like slowly goes up here, and it's like that all around. So it's like I don't know what they call, like a dome effect. You see that? It's kind of like you see that right there. So the way I do it is with the tip of the brush, since there's some bristles up here, with that very tip I dip it into the blush. Now here's my tip for blush. So what I like to do is like dab it on my face versus swiping. I know I've explained this in other videos, but this is just the way I personally like to do it. So I went to a makeup show once, and a makeup artist there told me that when you do blush, like especially when you take pictures, like the camera picks it up in pixelites, which is like little squares, you know. So when you do your blush dabbed on, or any of your makeup dabbed on, like it helps the camera pick it up like easier and smoother, especially if you're someone that's concerned with taking pictures. Now I'm gonna go in with the oh, I hit my finger. Alright, so now we're gonna go in with the highlight. Now I know like 2016 everybody went crazy for highlights, and I know some people have the Glow Kit or Moonchild or like a Becca highlight, but I used Be Bella Cosmetics, and this is a highlight palette. It comes with 6 different shades. So what I do, I use like a fan brush. I'm like old school and I still use fan brush. I know like people like using like smaller brushes or whatever, but I use this one. Now, I kind of go in like at an angle, you know, and just like then swipe that right there. And I try to do it like right above where the blush is at. Ooh, can you see that? And this was like super cheap. Like for six good highlights, I paid like $12. Like it's not even expensive. It's a very inexpensive palette with really good payout. Like look at that. Like look at that. And I have no extra light. You know what I mean? Like I'm not here filming like in a studio with like bright lights, like studio lights or anything. Like this is just natural sunlight. So this is what my highlight's gonna look all day in the sun, you know? Like this is how my highlight is popping all day. So I do that to the other side as well. Ooh. So if you want to keep highlighting, you could. Like I like highlighting my nose. I always think it looks cute. I don't always like doing it because I do get very oily, especially in my nose, so it'll easily break off. But screw it, I love it, so I'm just gonna do it anyway. Now I know I got my lips as well, but I highlighted my Cupid's bow and everything. And where else can I highlight? So that's it. This is like my full face. I mean, I know I'm missing like my eyes, my lips, and my eyebrows, but that's a whole different thing. But that's a whole different thing. But as far as my face goes, this is what I do. To finish it off, though, what I do I never really outline my lips. I don't know why. I never really got into the habit of it. I know I probably should, but I don't know where any of my lip liners are at, so I'm just gonna go in with the lipstick. Now I'm going with NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm, which is my favorite one. I feel like it's very like neutral on me. Now this is the way I do my lipstick. So I first want to outline my lips so I know like where to stop and where to start. And I usually start at the Cupid's bow. So right here I mark an X, and then I take it out that way, you know. So let's see. Alright, you guys, so I hope you guys like it. This is like my full face. I don't have my eyebrows or anything, my eyes done, but I said full face. So it's like my foundation routine to make it last like through the morning, afternoon, towards the end of the night, like a club night out, and then still go eat like Denny's at 4 in the morning, and your face will still be put together. I guarantee it. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Have a great day. Stay positive. I know like everything is going crazy in the world, but stay positive. Send good vibes to like all your friends and family, and even strangers out in the street. Like just smile at some stranger today, and I promise things will turn out for the better. And just like smile at people, you know, like send positive vibes to everybody. And even if someone's trying to knock you down today, don't let it happen. Just smile. Breathe in, breathe out, and let it go. Life's too short to hold on to anger or grudges or anything negative. So just stay positive, guys. Stay safe. See you next time.